Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of Beer and a Take. I'm TJ and today is day 21 of our beer advent calendar. Obviously this is not a beer, mixing it up a little bit. Went to the liquor store, seen this Evan Williams eggnog on the shelf. I happen to thoroughly enjoy Evan Williams bourbon. Figured why not give it a try. I also like eggnog. I understand a lot of people hate eggnog. They compare it to drinking mayo from a glass over ice. I mean, I don't get that at all, but to each their own. Some people love coquito, and I'm not a huge coquito fan. So, and if you don't know what coquito is, talk to somebody that's Puerto Rican in your family or friend base, and they will explain to you the awesomeness of coquito. But don't be fooled. It is literally Christmas pina colada, but not as good and fruity.
Blacked out. I blacked out. And when I woke up, I was standing over him, and I was screaming, I told you not to go there! I told you not to go there!
Very, very coconutty, overly coconutty. But anyway, we're going to give this a shot. This is original Southern eggnog made with Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, blended whiskey, rum, and brandy. Going off at 15% alcohol by volume, or 30 proof considering it is technically liquor based. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Oh, that's fantastic. So, I like eggnog. This time of year, I usually either grab Turkey Hill eggnog or Southern Comfort makes actually pretty good eggnog, but theirs isn't alcoholic out of the carton. At least the one they sell in the supermarket. They might make a alcohol already added in version, but I've never seen it. So don't misquote me, but I know for a fact if you go to your supermarket, they're going to have Turkey Hill and they will probably have Southern Comfort out of the box eggnog. This blows both of them away. This is as close, in my opinion, as you can get to a real deal eggnog. And without sitting there and, taking the time to blend it correctly and you have to fold the egg over to get that fluffy frothiness. This is very smooth, very creamy, very vanilla-y. And I think that's attributed to the bourbon because you get that vanilla and then a little caramel to it, but the alcohol isn't tremendously present. You have to kind of find it. You could make a mistake and take a sip of this and think there's no alcohol in it. That's how mild of a flavor the alcohol gives it. But it's really easy sipping, and I mean, these things are about $12 a bottle. I don't see how you beat that instead of trying to make a mess in your kitchen and fucking up an eggnog and then having to go to this anyway. So, my sports take for you guys tonight is we just saw the showdown between Live Golf and PGA. And while it was very entertaining and I enjoyed seeing it, and I really truly do look forward to seeing some type of Ryder Cup event between Live Golf and PGA, is it not a little in our face that Rory McIlroy was the person sitting there ready to accept money generated by Live Golf? I mean, he was the guy sitting there trying to railroad his former peers, saying if these guys leave, then to hell with them, they're on their own. And if Liv folds like we think it's going to fold within a year, then they're blackballed from the sport. Now, all of a sudden, the money that he insisted and the PGA insisted came from shady places, Saudi Arabia, the money coming from there. All of a sudden now, what? The money's okay to take? It's not from a country that may or may not support some type of terrorism or a country that may commit certain crimes that don't align with the way we do things. The PGA really, and Jay Monahan especially, really leaned in on that. We're not accepting money from that, even though, by the way, PGA Tour played in Saudi Arabia multiple tournaments. Look it up. They take tons of money from Saudi. So, a little dirty pool, I would say, but Rory McIlroy sitting there ready to take some money. I think at this point, everybody that was screwed into not going to Live should 110% face-to-face bring that up with Rory.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Just cool it, Zippy.
You sit on a throne of lies.
How could you be the guy, the face of the PGA, saying let them leave and they're dead to us, and then now you're the first person in a PGA versus Live Golf tournament? Like, you got to come out and either own it and say, I guess I was wrong and I misspoke and I got messed up with the hype because I didn't want these guys to leave the PGA Tour. Something. Because you cannot, right in front of everybody and all the golf fans across the world that you disparaged by saying, oh, going to Live, oh, like you poo-pooed all of us. Now it's okay. A little hypocritical, but whatever. I get it. Business is business. Money is money. Just don't shit on everybody that left to take that payday from Live, and then 2 years later, here you are with your hand out. Little embarrassing, Rory. Let's get back to this drink. Smooth, creamy. The only thing I did, other than throw ice in the glass and pour it over, I threw a little cinnamon on top, and that definitely kicks it up a notch if you're a cinnamon fan. If you don't like cinnamon, it's definitely not necessary. Plenty of holiday spice built in there. I'm assuming it's nutmeg and probably a little star anise or something like that, because you could definitely pick up that holiday spice. I mean, you know what I'm talking about when I say holiday spice. It's the cinnamon, it's the nutmeg, it's potpourri, but for your mouth and not your nose. Very good though. Very, very enjoyable. And for $12 a bottle, you don't have to do a whole bunch of dishes. This is a home run. This is a home run. So I can't really give it a rating out of our 5 beer flight scale. I feel like that would be unfair to the other beers. But as far as a tier list goes for eggnog right out of the bottle, ready to drink, this is the tops. This is the best I've tried, and I've tried a few. Hands down, you will not be disappointed with this. Take my advice, don't. Either way, I'm going to enjoy this while I hang out by the Christmas tree and think about how expensive my credit card bill is going to be in 3 days when it comes in. Merry Christmas, everybody. Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment.